And welcome back to Who Would Win? And today's Who Would Win comes to us from Sage Master, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? And if I got these characters right, it's Sir Crocodile from One Piece versus Yamamoto from Bleach. Now, I know you said Yamamoto. I don't know of another character named Yamamoto. That's the one I know of. I'm sure there maybe is somewhere. If that's not the one you meant, please let me know and I'll redo this one. I mean, I'm still obviously going to be doing this video, but I will do another one with your request, but I'm guessing this is the matchup you meant. And, I mean, right off the bat, I've done Yamamoto, I think I've only done him once. Now that I think on that, I've done Yamamoto only once. Despite the fact I'm a big fan of Bleach, you know, you can use a lot of those characters more once. Yeah, I think I've only done Yamamoto once. Anyway, though, Yamamoto was the head of the 13 Court Guard Squad, the leader of the Shinigami, if you will. He was the strongest among the Shinigami, too. There's a reason he was in charge. He was over, I think, 2,000 years old, they said, but he was still built like a brick shithouse. He was still immensely imposing. If anything, the only thing that maybe has suffered is his stamina a bit due to older age, but he's still physically powerful enough to destroy an opponent with just a single physical attack. He's a master of Kido, which is basically their version of spells, capable of using massive amounts of binding spells, offensive spells. Master of Flash Step, which is their super speed ability. He has immense spiritual energy, which is basically takes the form of like fire and rage and power, because his main attribute is fire. It also translates into spiritual pressure, which is almost like gravity is pushing down on you. He's got 2,000 years worth of experience and battle knowledge. He's very intelligent. His weapon is his Zanpakuto, which is kept in his cane, which it takes the form of a standard katana, but with its release command, burn all enemies to ash with its name Ryujin Jaka, it becomes a flame saber. Basically, it just emits winds, torrent storms of fire and fury. You can just waves and slices of fire. You can imprison people in fire. You can create giant pillars of fire which to incinerate his opponent. If he's to take it one step further with his Bankai, which is the most powerful form of his sword, now most Bankai do like an extravagant effect or something like that, because it's usually a multiplication of their user's power. With very few exceptions, that is the case. With Ichigo, it's a different case. It actually compresses his power to increase it. Yamamoto's, instead of all this fire it just disappears, and what he's left with is a burnt-looking sword with a little thing of smoke coming off the tip. What happens is, it's all the power of Ryujin Jaka, all that offensive fire, hell, and fury, concentrated into the tip of the blade. And you can also concentrate on the blade of the blade as well. So the tip or the actual blade. And essentially, whatever it touches, it incinerates. Period. Also, while he's in Bankai, he has basically surrounded in flames. His Ryatsu, or his energy, is so hot that you can't see it, but it incinerates it. It's like, I think he said like it's literally a million degrees or something. It's like he's literally encased in the sun itself. And if he decides to show it off, it just looks like he's wrapped in a cloak of flames. And, even being close to him is not safe to do, unless you have abilities that can at least prevent some heat. His third ability allows him to pretty much resurrect the dead of everyone he has killed and incinerated, and summon a giant flaming skeleton army, basically a charcoal skeleton army to attack his opponent. And the last ability is just a concentrated final slash to incinerate everything in that slash zone. So Yamamoto did eventually meet his end, but it was not through someone who overpowered him. It was through someone who tricked him into, and my hair is standing up. I just got out of the shower maybe 10-15 minutes ago. So my hair's standing up a little bit. He was through tricks, basically, that he lost, not by someone overpowering him. So Yamamoto is a beast. Sir Crocodile is I believe he's also, most people are pirates or mercs or something like that in the world of One Piece, or samurais or something. And his abilities, he's a very calculated, very cold individual, doesn't give two shits about most individuals. He's seen a lot, he's had a lot of experience on the battlefield. His powers come from the fact he ate a devil fruit, which is a fruit that gives people powers when you eat them. It usually tastes terrible from what I understand, but they give you powers. And his was a Logia type, a elemental type, that basically allowed him to manipulate and turn his body into sand. He is massively resistant to heat and temperatures, but not immune, obviously. But massively resistant to that. He is capable of reflexively. He's become so skilled at his use of turning into sand that without even thinking, his body just now reflexively. He once got his head. He got decapitated by a character, but he turned into sand just out of reflex. He's not. While he turns into sand, he's actually not made of sand. He is still human in the guy's flesh. It's just instinctively happens now that he turns to sand. But that's how Yoji users work, is that they're actually not made of that material. They just turn their body into that material. Just most train themselves to the point where they can do it on command. And he's learned to do that. If you're fighting him in a desert, he's got the advantage of the desert. He can whip up sandstorms. He can absorb the moisture out of individuals, out of animate, living and non-living objects. He can absorb moisture out of. So he is very dangerous in that regard. But I'm going to tell you what right now. He loses this fight 100% of the time. Now, here's why. Now, let me play the scenario for you. Let's say Yamamoto has traveled to One Piece, or to the Grand Line, if you will, and he runs in the Crocodile. Now, should be known that Shinigami are spiritual beings. They can't normally be seen by normal humans, but due to the fact that things like hockey and all that stuff exist in this world, it's easy to make an excuse of why they can interact with each other. So they interact with each other. Yamamoto is just like, please move. It's like, and then they basically have a square off. Now, even if Crocodile's was able to get in Yamamoto's garden, it's possible he could do that. I'm not saying it's impossible. And does start to suck some of the moisture out of them. Yamamoto has enough experience and skill to immediately get out of there. And after that, once Yamamoto turns up the heat because of the nature of Yamamoto's power, even with a large amount of resistance to temperatures, heat resistance, doesn't matter. Yamamoto's heat is so hot that he will just turn him to solid glass. And it's done. Now, glass is a manifestation of sand. I don't believe it's ever been stated that Crocodile can manipulate glass as well. Or if he got turned to glass, he could manipulate that part of his body. I don't think he can do that. I don't believe so. I'll double check that real quick. And even if that's the case, doesn't matter because he'll just melt the glass down after that and turn him into a hot liquid. And I don't think he can survive from that. Sorry. Whoop. Sir Crocodile? Or Sir Crocodile! Shilly Poppy, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Alright, I'll double check to make sure you have water, Puppo, because it sounds like you're coughing. I want to make sure that's not because you're thirsty. She might just like either. It might be just be her sneezing. Alright, where is that damn thing that actually explains his powers? Alright, come on. There we go. There we go. Up and down, up and down. Alright. Oh, he also has a hook that's poisonous if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, yeah, he has a poisonous hook, but again, Yamamoto's over 2,000 years old, a spiritual being. I don't think poison would really affect him in the same way. Let's see, yeah. Doesn't say anything about manipulating glass here, so yeah, he turns on the glass, and then that kind of just ends the fight. If he can somehow manage out of being glass, Yamamoto can just melt them down and just keep doing that repeatedly until he just can't do anything. Yamamoto just wins that. All Yamamoto even has to do, he doesn't even have to open his Shikai because his spiritual energy alone is like fire. But if he goes to the Shikai, I can't see Crocodile standing very much chance against that. Even if he manages to hold off Shikai, which I don't think he could do, Bankai would just be suicide because he couldn't get close to him. He literally incinerates like swords and things and actual metal. Sand wouldn't stand a chance. And forget turning to glass, he'd just incinerate it from existence at that point. So, yeah, Yamamoto wins this 100% of the time. But what do you think? Do you think Crocodile actually stands a legitimate shot? Do you think he is just completely owned like I think? Do you think he actually beat him in the majority of the time? Let me know. But I think Yamamoto wins that 100% of the time. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who to win, Star Wars, Super Magic, anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. I have no plans for tomorrow, and I'm going to enjoy that. Then box office and what if will be on Sunday, and the usual fare. So, Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks